I guess that's what happens when you try to listen to a video through a filter of noise. Hey WordNerds, Erin Latimer here. For today, I want to talk to you about a writing mistake that's really easy to slip into, and something that I still have to check my manuscript for regularly. It's called filter words. But what exactly is a filter word and how do you avoid using it? If you're using the following words a lot, you might be using filter words. To think, to hear, to wonder, to look, to decide, to sound, as in something sounds like. Now, I'm not saying that you can't use any of these words because that's a bit ridiculous, but the idea is not to use them to filter through your character. You want your reader to experience these things directly. So I've written something down as a kind of example here. So she felt her heart sink, and the filter is she felt. In order to get rid of the filter, you would simply write her heart sank. Another example is she realized he had never truly loved her. The filter being she realized. When you lose that filter, it becomes he had never truly loved her. And then the final example, she decided to turn and leave the room. So you cut that filter and you've got turning, she left the room. There's no hard and fast rule that you can never use filters, but I would suggest only using it when absolutely necessary. Like, for example, if your sentence doesn't make sense, if you don't use one of these words, then of course you should use it. But if you think that you've finished your manuscript, go back and comb through and look for these filter words. You don't want anything to interfere with the feeling of the reader being in the story and experiencing these events as they happen. Instead of, she heard footsteps down the hall, you could say something like, footsteps rang out down the hall. Or the staccato sound of high heels down the hall. Something along those lines. Not stellar examples, but just an example of not having the filter of she heard or she listened to. So that's one of the common writing mistakes that I make. I don't know about you. If you comb through your manuscript and you find tons and tons of those, don't worry about it. Just cut out as many as you can and realize that everyone else does this. It's a common problem. Don't forget, on Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the WordNerds are having our live chat, and this time we're talking about world building. Faraway magical lands, and dragons, and fairies, and sorcerers, and creepy children. I don't know why they're creepy. They're usually creepy when I'm writing them. Thanks for watching, fellow WordNerds, and I'll see you next week.